Bitcoin and Ethereum. Every time I think you're going to dump, you pump. And we're going to talk about trading this and more in today's episode. And if you really like that and you want Bitcoin and Ethereum to pump even more and all your altcoin bags, you want to hit the like, subscribe, bell button and all, right? Leave a comment, right? So YouTube pushes this content out to all your friends and all your family and everybody around the world, because it's very important that they learn this stuff. They learn that we're going through hyperinflation. We're going through hyper Bitcoinization, right? And they you want them to protect their wealth, right? And make sure that they do not get left behind this monetary revolution that we're going through right now as we speak, as we make a new all-time high again. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campos. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, sir. Thank you. How are you doing today, people?
Well, I'm sure they're doing just great, man. I know I'm in the pipe 5x5, right? So I'm enjoying this, man. And this is a great time to be in the Bitcoin space, don't you think, Inti?
Yes, what a time to be alive. It's a new all-time high every single day. Wow.
And you know, I like the fact that, you know what, it's going up. We knew that it was going to happen. Why? It's because Bitcoin is a better monetary system. It's better to have a money that's constantly going up in value over time than it is to have a money that's constantly going down over time. So if you have no Bitcoin, you need to stop this video right now. Just stop it and go buy some. Then come back. Right? I don't care what the price is, right? I'm not asking you to buy a whole lot, right? Buy $200 worth, $300 worth, right? Small amount, then come back, right? Because you need to hold some, right? Because this thing is going to be the money. And you want to be a part of that. You want to own a small part of that at the very least. All right, well, today we're going to be talking about how America is on fire, and that's important. You know, I got to fix that. And then everything else is pumping, right? Well, and except, including Bitcoin, not just Bitcoin, right? But everything else, the stock market and everything except one other thing. The only other thing that's not pumping is the Dixie Chicks, or what I call what everybody else calls is the US dollar index, right?
What the Dixie Chicks? Why is that name? Where does it come from? Come on.
Well, that's the name of the index ticker symbol, Dixie, right? That's what they call it, the Dixie. So right, the Dixie Chicks is a band, right? So
I get it. Sorry, that's too North American for me.
Exactly. So anyways, yeah. So it's going to be a great episode. Make sure you stick around, watch all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. That helps pump up the algorithm as well when you guys watch all the way to the end. So I'm not just saying that. Please just watch the whole video. You really help. You help push my content even more, right? And if you own the DJ15 token, it helps you even more, right? Because you know what? That pumps your bag, your DJ15 token bags. And we'll talk more about that in a short little while. But before we do, Inti's got a few words to say, don't you?
Yes, I do. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
All right. Well, I'm excited to get into this chart here. I'm really excited to get into this chart, but I don't want people to lose their ability to get on this Bitcoin train, more so than talking about this chart. So what I want all of you guys to do, I know that some of you guys are dedicated to this channel, and if you are, I will reward you for helping me prevent people from losing their money. So if you could take this video, right, take a copy of that link, right, and anytime you see somebody pretending to be me in the comment section, just write them and say, hey, this guy's a scammer, right? Or just look at all the replies, right? And look for replies. Anytime I reply and you see, oh, wait a second, the scammer shows up, right? Yeah, please just respond to that scammer and say, yeah, that's the scammer. Here, this is how you tell whether or not it's really Da Vinci or it's some sort of scammer. right? And then, you know, post that with into or just point out that, hey, that's a scammer, because we do not want those scammers to get away with that money, with that high valued Bitcoin and altcoins. You don't want them to take that from people. You want to help the people out. So if you are interested in helping out, trust me. If you do so, I will not only probably raise your ability to like delete comments and stuff like that, but also you know, I will reward you sometime in the future in a big way. So thank you if you decide to you know, help me get rid of all the scammers that are in this channel. I really appreciate it. All right, well, on to the important stuff, right? Now that we've talked about, hey, just helping people, helping your fellow man not get robbed. All right, let's go on to this chart, man. We have to get into this chart right now. Why is that? Because we just created an all-time high. We're continuing to do so, and you're like, when is this gonna stop? This thing should have dumped right here. This was like, what if we broke through this and closed an hourly candle? Heck, we closed even a 4-hour candle, I believe, outside of this rising wedge. Yes, we did. There you go. That indicated that we're done. And what makes it even more insult to injury is that it created an additional rising wedge, which was also bearish. Right? Look, right here. There you go. Look at this. This was also bearish as well. Only to resolve. Well, maybe it was more like it, but then maybe it was more this a rising triangle, maybe like that. It looked like a rising wedge to me, but you could call it a rising wedge or this ascending triangle. Ascending triangle. But doesn't matter whether it's ascending triangle or rising wedge. They're both bearish signals. And what did it do? Oh my goodness! It just broke higher. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at what this target was. It would have been, should be if it broke out. There we go. And we're right at the target level. Look at that. We're backing off from the target level. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It just, this market has just left all sense of reality, because you know what, we'll talk about why that the only reason why this has to be happening right now, and that we're probably going to see this thing explode to levels and not probably come back. Now, I remember I was on the what's it called, the Crypto show, when he was doing his 3-hour live stream, and I actually said on that live stream that there's a possibility that we're not coming back to the $33,000 level. Right? It's not likely, but a probability that we're not going to do that. It shouldn't do it. It should come back there. But what should happen and what's going to happen seems to be two different things. So yeah. So I'm betting. I've actually placed a big bet that, hey, it's not coming back there, and if it does, right, I'm going to actually close out my trade back at even or almost close to even, and hunt for a nice bottom trade to get in and to ride to the all-time highs. So I'm looking for that right now. Alrighty, so yeah, I've on the breakout, just so you know, once again, just so you know, on this breakout way back here, around 33,000. Okay, where was it? Right, yeah, I think it was right here. There we go. It was like the W 33,000. Yeah, that was it. This was the break. Once it broke this level here, I took it, and I was like, I took a heavy bet, and I was like, why am I not getting punished? Nope, it continued up and away. And yeah, so I'm going to hold this, right, because I didn't get punished. Maybe I will. But I want to see how this thing rolls out. All right, before we get on to ETH, right? I wanted to, let's see here. Let's see, what do I have over here? Okay, yeah, that was supposed to go way over here. Wrong location. Okay, and I wanted to talk about something else here. Okay, so I wanted to talk about all of my comment section, right? If you head over to any of my videos, and let me just, maybe this video has a comment section fully loaded. Okay, so in the comment section, right, you'll have not a comment section, but in the description, you have a lot of links and stuff like that to that are very interesting, of course, right? My Twitter, right? My Carolina's blog. And I always put the news links. So, for example, let me just, I might as well bring up this one right over here on the video feed here. And you can see every single link that I have that I'm going to be talking about in today's show. So make sure you check that out as well, right? So yeah, so make sure you look at all this stuff, and also you could also, if there's any question, requests, or stuff, then you can email us at info@davincicodes.net, right? And all the different affiliate links, of course, as well. Alrighty. With that said, right, if you want to trade this, right, you can trade it on Femex or Bybit by entering my using my links in the description. And of course, if you own the DJ15 token, you will also profit from. I can't promise it, but yeah, I'm going. I generally buy up these tokens and burn them, right? I'm going to be burning those tokens as I buy them up with a percentage of my revenue. And that's why I'm going to try to keep this thing moving higher. And it's doing very well. I mean, it's not the liquidity value is going up, but the total number of ETH is going down. But that's okay. A lot of the cryptocurrencies are getting pummeled, but don't worry. Our day in the sun is coming. All the altcoins, the day in the sun will come, and we will reign supreme. All right, just remember, I also use EliPal, not just what's it called? I use Ledger, Treasure, and EliPal. Those are my three hardware wallets that I use. So this one is great for altcoins if you want to hold a lot of different altcoins. So check that out as well. You can do so by typing in elipal.davincij15.com. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum, right? Because you won't, enough with the commercial break. Ethereum, right? Flying off the handle. And let's see how we can. I trade Ethereum because Ethereum is really difficult to trade. I mean, it's not fun at all. It likes to move. It likes to wick you out, and move you out of your trade. So, for example, if we go back in time. There's a perfect trade here. There was a nice trade. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see it. Probably better. There we go. That actually closed. That actually wiped out a lot of people. And let me just find it again right here. So it was basically this thing was rising and creating a rising wedge, rising. Triangle pattern. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Hang on, let me just turn it off here. And it's probably the grocery store. I order our stuff online. So, anyways, it was right around the $340 level. So let me just move this thing down. Hang on. $1,130 level, and this is not moving. There we go. So right here, approximately right here, yeah, there it is, right here. It was right here. So on this breakout level, right, it broke out, and so you hit the bid, you hit the entry here, hit the breakout, and then you're thinking, I'm good. I got 10x, 20x leverage. Man, this thing's going. I'm good. I'm solid. I don't have to worry about a thing. This thing's mooning. I got this, man. No, you don't. It takes you out with this wick. Just brutal wick, right? I managed to walk away with small profits, but man, absolutely undeniably like unfair, like brutal destruction. And you think that this wick, right, this wick was the one that would end it all, right? Okay, so yeah, they're just trying to scare me. Didn't quite work. Got my breakout trade. I'm good to go. Nope. So you got to be careful with Ethereum, right? If you want to trade this, it's got to have you got to have your stop losses. You have to raise your stop losses so that you don't walk away a loser should it come back at you. All right. So with that said, the only thing you can do is lower time frame trades, and the lower time frame trades are brutal, of course, especially with this thing going wild. But you have to accept it. And so one of the trades I would make right now is like what's called a continuation trade against Ethereum. And so we can see that there is a structure here. Probably you don't see it very well on the 15-minute, but there is a little bit of a Wing structure here where it decided to take off. So we'll take that, and then what we'll do, right, is we'll try to continue it off of a 38.2 or 78.6. It's either one you want to choose, right? Generally, with Bitcoin is a 38.2 and it works very well. But if I were you, I would on Ethereum, I would stick with the 61.8, right? Because of what they tend to wick you out. Yeah, and I seem to like they're relentless on the calling for the grocery store because they're trying to figure out whether or not I can like substitute stuff. But anyways, they're gonna have to like call. I'm gonna have to talk to them when they get here. Alrighty. Yeah. So you would take the 61.8 and you just ride it, right? I wouldn't worry about it. Going for like a 2-to-1 target. I think you could the 2-to-1 target would be your stop to break even. So basically, once we get to the 2-to-1, I would just set your stop to break even, right? Set it your stop loss at the 78.6, or maybe you can even do a 2% stop loss as well, and then instead of like the 78.6, take a 2% loss, right? Because I don't think it's going to come back in there unless they're really nasty. And then once you get to 2% win, 2-to-1 win, there you go. That is your that would be your set to stop to break even, because obviously this thing looks like it wants to go all the way to 1,400, and then go from there, probably retrace from the 1,400, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, so you might want to raise your stops once we get to 1,300, right, or the 1,320 or something. Raise your stop to that 2-to-1 price target, where you can like, hey, at least get the 2-to-1 out. So keep raising your stops. That's what I would suggest you do on trading Ethereum. All right. And you'll probably walk away a winner. Alrighty. With that said, let's talk about, before we go on to the news, let's talk about what kind of trade we can do now that Bitcoin has created all-time highs, and you're looking for, hey, how do I get in on this, man? How do I get in on this? I mean, I'm waiting for a pullback, right? If you are waiting for a major pullback, you're going to be like, okay, I love my gifts, right? I love my gifts. You know that, right? So I'm gonna show you a gift. If you're waiting for a pullback, right? You're these guys, right? All right. We're waiting for a dip, but then we're all in. You haven't bought Bitcoin yet? No, we're gonna wait till it drops to below 5K, then we're all in. Yeah. Right, we're done here. You're gonna be left behind, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Right, Inti? Right? Don't. They need to like They need to start dollar cost averaging. Don't you agree? Oh, when? I lost your sound. We lost your sound there, Inti. You got
Sorry,
yourself.
sorry. I muted the microphone because somebody got into the office and I didn't want to disturb the video.
Okay.
Yes, people should definitely start dollar cost averaging into this asset, even if price dumps and say, "Oh, I bought at a loss." Man, in 10 years, it's not going to be a loss. That's for sure.
Exactly.
And you're holding it for the long run.
It'll be a major gain. Major gain. All right, so right now we're in a pump phase. You can try. I would suggest you try the what's. Oh, there it is. Right, 38.2 retrace. Right, from the last W, which is right here, and see if it gets you in, right. So we come back in. Let's see if that will actually work out, because that seems like it will bring us back into the what's it called? This triangle. Yeah, it might just wick down there and that's it, but no, looks like it might not even do that. Wow.
How do you feel about trading the 23.6 level?
I don't trade it at all. It's too fast.
Yeah,
so alrighty, let's see here. I would say
it's very risky also.
Yeah, the 38.2 doesn't look like it's going to get even looked at this point. So maybe we got it too high.
Not even there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to come back there. So this looks better. This 38.2 at $40,000 looks like it would be a better option. And then if it continues higher, you have to keep drawing your fibs before we actually see any kind of retrace. Now, this is a very risky move, of course, right? Because you have to do it right to the 60.8, and you have to stop loss it after 61.8. Right? That's one way to pull it off, right? Or the safer bet is to wait for and yeah, there's your 2-to-1 right there, just a little bit new high, all-time high. So the safer move would be to look for a W, right? That's it, right? Look for a W that's like this on the 5-minute time frame, and then the breakout, and then go, right? W here, right? Again, example right here, breakout, then go, and you take it and go. And that's it. That would be the more safer bet. This one is more high risk play, and hey, it could knife down. It could knife down to 38.2 or continue down to the 61.8 and then back out. So just keep that in mind. Alrighty. Good luck with all your trades, and remember to use my affiliate links, right? And then you'll also be helping pump your DJ15 token bags. Alrighty. And of course, when you buy the DJ15 token, you also become part of the members of the elite DJ15 token holders, and you can be part of this group by signing a simple message. Of course, it is a little difficult, and we will try to make this a little bit easier, that process, through Pandora's wallet. But once we do, you'll be able to easily get in. But that's coming soon. Alrighty. Next is the news. Well, it seems that America is on fire. It's on fire. And where is it? Like, oh man, I had a news article. It was supposed to be the first one here, and I lost it. Where did it go? There it is, right here. There we go. It's on fire, right? And I'm like, what the heck? Well, this is... You know, when a country goes into hyperinflation, it usually ends with a civil unrest, right? People upset, right? People like going crazy, and Another thing another signal that we're in hyperinflation is that the country starts printing a bunch of money to hand it out to people to calm them down. Do you see any kind of indication of them printing money and civil unrest? Yeah, I think you do. And so, yeah, these signals do not bode well for the dollar at all. And then we're going to take a look at some other ones on the charts as well. But as you can see, the U.S. dollar is is on the brink of destruction. And if we go over to the Dixie, right? Even though the Dixie, and I've explained a few times to people, the Dixie is not a value of the dollar against other stuff. So, for example, this measurement tool of the U.S. dollar, right, does not indicate that means that, hey, what? Wait a second, you mean the gold has to go down and oil has to go down and everything priced in dollars have to go down if this thing goes down? That's only the sentiment. But what's happening is effectively this valuation is the other currencies are going up in value, not just the dollar going down. So it could effectively mean the dollar is going down, but not really. It could mean, right, that the dollar is just only going down against other currencies. And so generally what they tend to do, right, is even though the dollar is going down against other currencies, and those guys are printing just as well, they can always force other countries through multiple means, not just, by a point of a gun, right? They have like all kinds of different things, the quivers in the arrow, in order to get the countries to say, hey, you better print and buy up our dollars, right? There's lots of things, right? They can do what's it called, currency swaps, right? Agreement. They could just do agreements, right? That, hey, you know what? You're gonna use your printing press, buy up our dollars as a swap line, right? And we'll take your currency, right, and help you as well in a time of need. So yeah, they could do currency swaps. They could do all kinds of things to help manipulate this thing upwards. So keep that in mind as this thing goes and breaks the the 87 handle, right? You might be going, oh my gosh, it's emming out. It's gonna collapse into nothing. No, hold on here. So don't count your chickens so much. But it does not look good. Of course, it does not look good. And if they don't pull off if they don't use all their quivers if they don't use all their arrows, then they're screwed. But anyways. Let's just see here. Also another indication that, hey, you know what, things do not look good for the U.S. dollar is, look, stonks are going up. America stonks. Yes. America is on fire. Businesses are collapsing. But hey, that means that your stocks go up. Yeah, nobody's able to buy anything, right? Nobody's able to go out and do anything. But hey, stocks go up.
Hey, Da Vinci.
That means that obviously people are trying to protect their wealth through the stock market, which always happens through a hyperinflationary event. Hey, what's up, Inti?
Now that you mention it, I know we are a cryptocurrency channel, but what would happen if we look at the relation between the Dow Jones Industrial Average again and the transport sector? Because if one's going up and the other is going down, maybe we can see a big weakness on the market, not just a speculation, but actual evidence.
Yeah, I don't have the transport index on me, so I can't look at it right now. So, but yeah, that is definitely definitely something that you should take a look and send me a chart on, and we can we might talk about it in the next episode. Okay. Another thing, right, is that hyperinflation is that the government is printing money, and not just to give out and hand out, but also for the food stamps, right? To give people, because right now the way food stamps work, right? It's not even called food stamps anymore. It's actually called SNAP, and it's just a credit card that looks like a credit card, and you swipe it and you can buy whatever food you want. So nobody really knows you're on food stamps, right? This has grown, right? It peaked out to 50 million people, but now it's probably grown out again, right? Ever since the pandemic, right? And I'm pretty sure it's probably back up to that 50 million people. Sorry, not dollars. 50 million people that are on food stamps, right? This is an old data. This is like April, right, when it first jumped up. So obviously this thing is like way up there, right? And imagine all those people, right, when they don't have any, when the dollar stops working. Oh boy, things are not going to look good, right, in the future. And on top of that, this is money that's being printed to give to these people. Not looking too good. Alrighty. Well, enough of the sad news. Let's go on to Bitcoin. Oh, this is old news now. We're over $1 trillion market cap. Let's go over to let's just see, coinmarketcap.com. $1 trillion market cap. Who knew? I did. That was just the beginning. This is just like $1 trillion is just like, it's just pocket. It's like, a stimulus, less than a stimulus check going out, right, to the people, right, for the U.S. government. $1 trillion, nothing for them. So, and we've got a long way to go, right, because this is going to take over all of the financial sector, and you can see how this could avalanche like a lot, like 100 trillion, 200 trillion of dollars could come into this market in the next 10 years. 200 trillion. Anyway, so we got another 100x sometime between now and 10 years from now. Could happen even this cycle, but I doubt it. But it's not impossible, because it looks like we're headed into a hyperinflationary event. And if we're and look what's, I mean, we look at Bitcoin, we look at Ethereum on the daily. It's nonsensical, right? When you look at these charts, and let me just go to this one right over here. You look at it on a weekly, it's nonsensical. What? It's absolutely blown off, and it's continue to go higher. Same with this, right? This big Bitcoin over here, blown up and continued to go higher. So is the dollar done? Right? Maybe. And people like this. I don't know if you've seen this. This guy.
Bitcoin from me.
Here, let's see if hopefully you guys can hear this.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Every single penny I
there's no
have
sound on my end.
is getting invested in Bitcoin. All this money, Bitcoin. All this gold, gonna turn it into Bitcoin. All these credit cards, I have zero balance on all these credit cards. I'm gonna freaking cash them out, turn all the money onto Bitcoin. All this, everything I have, I'm putting on Bitcoin, and we're going to see if what happens. I could be destroying myself, or I could be making myself a winner. Bitcoin.
So there you go. Just absolutely. I mean, I want my editor to like beep out that guy, right? But so that we can like, we need to beep that guy out. But still, he's going all in. He's going all in, and it's good. There's a lot of people like that, right? A lot of people are going to be like that. They're not the people who are long-term holders, of course, right? Because they didn't understand. If you're doing that now, you don't understand why you're doing it. You just don't. I don't think so. If you waited until the price did this, I don't see how you understand why you're doing it. You're just seeing it because the price is. You're just doing it because the price is going higher. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of that going on. And yeah, Bitcoin is going to rule, and nothing's going to stop it, man. Whew, wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're here. It's an incredible time. I knew it's going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. It's hard to fathom, right? That the U.S. dollar is going through this right now. It's hard to fathom.
Oh man.
Don't you think?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been like the world currency for so long that you never think it's going away. Many people still doesn't believe it for a very good reason. But man, you called it, especially about Bitcoin. You called it, and seeing like I don't know, I wouldn't call it your dream, but this kind of prediction comes true is like it can be real. It can be real. Like it can be right like this, right in the spot.
Exactly. I know. It's like I can't be this right, man. It's like what? Wow. I mean, I remember telling Chris from Crypto back in March, yeah, we're either going to go through hyperinflation this year or next, but we're not going to make it out. And he's like, no, and I felt confident on that statement. But now that we're here, now that everything's lining up to that, I'm like, can't believe this, man. I knew it was kind of going to happen, but I just can't believe it. Right? It's just unbelievable that they've lined us up like this to end the dollar, and you know, with the civil unrest, the printing, and on top of that with the coronavirus, and hopefully they don't do this cutting off the grids thing. Oh my goodness, man! I don't know if you heard about that, but hopefully they don't do that because that would be dangerous.
What is that?
Yeah, that's another story.
Okay.
That's another story. Another story for another time. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you got your. I hope you have all your Bitcoin, right? And if you don't, I hope you're hitting the buy button right now. You're going over and hitting the buy button because you need to be a part of this before it gets away from you. We're going to 100,000. Get on this rocket ship ride. 100,000 is like the bare minimum. We're probably going a lot further. Make sure you're part of it. All right. Thank you for watching. Cheers, people.
Bye.